We have new people and they not.
Okay.
So probably we, you know. Probably I'm gonna ask questions today. I'm gonna ask you questions.
Inshallah.
That's good.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Brothers, we have new people, we have new Muslims, so I think I should change the subject today, so make it like if we call it public information, general information, not make it specific. So I think will be good, and I want you to share. So will be helpful for the others to realize, inshallah. I want to ask a question. As you know, for everything there's a foundation. For everything in this life, there's a foundation. And if there's no foundation, for example, if there's no foundation for this table, the table will be, down. It's not going to be stable. If there's no foundation for the building, it's not going to be stable. If there's no foundation for the car, it's not going to be stable. So you can give examples like this. Everything, there's a foundation. And if the foundation more strong, the whatever you're building will be more strong. And the religion of Islam, there's a foundation. We have a foundation. We have a foundation. And if you know the foundation, then you will be able to build after that. Building after that will be easier. Because foundation is a belief system, and there's the actions also, starting with the belief system. So after the first the foundation is a belief system, and then after that you build. Build with following, with applying the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, applying what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam left for us. So after that you proving what you believe. So I want to ask, who's going to give me the pillars of Islam? No, I want to hand, and then I'm going to choose. Who's gonna give me 5 pillars of Islam? We have 5 pillars of Islam, meaning this is the foundation. These foundations you can build after these foundations. There's 5 pillars of Islam. Who's gonna give me the pillars of Islam? Who's able to give me the 5 pillars of Islam? 5 pillars of Islam.
Shaykh, you should ask one of the kids without them raising their hands.
I should ask Abul Kids.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Abul Kids. Okay, so I'm gonna start with you.
The Shahada, the Salah, Zakah, Som Ramadan, and Hajj al-Bayt.
You should say it more properly. You should say it more properly. That's true. Who's next? This is very important, brothers. We Muslims, because of these pillars. If we reject one of the pillars, then we're gonna be in the wood. We're gonna be out of the circle. So this is the 5 pillars of Islam. Because of these 5 pillars, we are Muslims. So if we leave one of the pillars, and if we reject one of the pillars, then we're gonna be in the barns. We're gonna be out of the circle. 5 pillars of Islam. Who's going to give me the 5 pillars of Islam?
Should I say it, Shaykh? Somebody else.
Anas.
شهادة أن لا إله إلا الله
وأن محمد رسول الله وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة وصوم رمضان وحج البيت إن استطعت إليه سبيلا.
5 pillars of Islam. Shahadat an la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Then I'm going to ask everyone. This is very important, brothers. Don't be. I know most of you know it, but you're shy to say it. Don't be shy. Because this is foundation of your deen. This is the foundation. This is the foundation. Muslim. I'm going to ask you what's the meaning of Muslim, because if you say I'm a Muslim, you should know. If you say I'm a doctor, so you know what's the meaning of doctor. And if I say what's the meaning of Muslim, you should know, what's the meaning of Muslim too. So this is the 5 pillars of Islam. Shahadat an la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Who's gonna give me the meaning of la ilaha illallah? Who's gonna give me meaning of la ilaha illallah? Who's gonna raise hands? Okay, more. I want to see more. Okay.
Everyone.
Canaan.
There is no deity worthy of worship except Allah.
Okay. Did anybody can somebody else tell me what he said?
There is no worthy of worship truly except Allah.
Okay, that's
There is no one worthy of worship in true alone except Allah.
it's still good. No, this is all all right. So when you say in truth, meaning whatever being worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wrong. So when you say there's no one worthy of worship in truth alone except Allah, meaning anything being worshipped, doesn't matter what the angels or prophets or messengers or rocks or water or sun or moon or whatever stars, meaning anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is wrong to be worshipped. Who's going to tell me? Who's going to tell me what he said? What they said? I want to hear more.
There is no one truly deserving of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay, can somebody tell me what's the meaning of worship?
So
Meaning of worship. What's the meaning of worship?
so
Guys, just talk. Even.
so believing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, obey, and what Allah said prohibited, disobey this, and or obey the way of worship.
Meaning of worship, guys. We say there is no one worthy of worship in truth alone except Allah. Worship, no one worthy of worship. Okay, meaning of worship. What's the meaning of worship? Guys, I want you to share.
Is it the acts that please Allah, that are pleasing to Allah, that Allah has chosen, to be pleasing to Him?
Sole obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whatever He commanded, you follow. Whatever He prohibited, you restrict yourself from it.
Okay.
Asking from Allah. Anything you ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
To make Allah one in your actions and to make Allah one in His actions.
Okay, Malik.
I was going to say Tawheed, so you believe that, or all your worship
Okay,
is for Allah.
there's a statement, very easy statement from Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah رحمه الله. قال العبادة اسم جامع لكل ما يحبه الله ويرضاه من الأقوال والأفعال. So very easy to remember. Whatever please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's a bunch of actions and speeches please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. من الظاهرة والباطنة. So there is a bunch of actions and speeches please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they call it actions. They call it ibadah. They call it worship. So worship, which is the bunch of actions and speeches please Allah. اسم جامع لكل ما يحبه الله ويرضاه من الأقوال والأفعال الظاهرة والباطنة يعني الأعمال القلبية والأعمال الظاهرة. So this is the meaning of worship. Any action, any speech please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they call it worship. So meaning any speech or any actions please displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Either going to be making a partner for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or it's going to be sin, it's going to be ma'siyah. So ismun jami', it's a name gathered all good actions and speeches please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Clear?
No.
Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's the one only worthy of worship. What's the meaning of worship?
Any action or
Any action.
speech which please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Actions, please.
Yeah, it's all good actions and names please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From the hidden actions, which is, what's the hidden actions?
What is it?
Hidden actions.
Like your intention.
Your intention, yeah.
Intention, this is one of them. Yeah.
Iman? Has to be Iman.
Whatever is related to the heart.
Yeah.
The belief system, love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, love of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, love of the Quran, love of the ta'ah, love of the Jannah, love of the Saliheen. So anything related to the heart is an action of the heart. There's an action of the tongue, there's an action of the vision, there's an action of your ears, there's an action of the hand, action of your limbs. All your limbs have a different actions, right? So your hand is not for walking, your feet is not for grabbing. Your vision is not for listening. Your ear is not for walking, looking. So each part of your body has an action, right? So your heart, there's the actions of the heart. Belief system, you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the action of the heart. You believe in the Day of Judgment, believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, believe in the Quran, Kalamullah azza wa jal. This is a belief system. You believe that the Day of Judgment, the resurrection, Yawm al-Qiyamah, the Jannah, now. So all this is the actions of the heart. You love, you hate, this is the action of the heart. Okay? So this is the hidden actions. The hidden actions which is related to the heart. So what's the meaning of worship? So I want you to repeat it because I want you to remember.
Any action or speech please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The bunch of action of the speech which can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay. We said the first pillar is La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. ما معنى محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم?
The four things. One.
What's the meaning of Muhammad Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم?
So believe in four things.
Huh?
You mentioned the Qur'an.
No, I want to know. I want to hear. That's the reason. I said, we have a new Muslims. We want to share this information because this is most important information we need, and this is the most information we ignorant in it. So it's not good.
To obey what he commanded, to believe what he says, stay away from what he prohibited, and do actions according to his way.
Okay.
To worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just
معنى محمد رسول الله أنه عبده ورسوله.
عبده ورسوله. صدقت عن محمد. عن محمد يقول معنى محمد رسول الله يعني عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم، وهذا حق. ولكن هناك أربع أمور لو وضعتها أمامك تعرف أنك آمنت برسول الله وأنت متبع لرسول الله أو غير ذلك. 4 أشياء. We have 4 things. If you put in front of yourself, you believe Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last prophet and last messenger, and you are a follower or not. 4 things. أحمد.
So, تصديقه فيما أخبر.
أول طاعته نعم.
طاعته فيما أمر, to follow him. The second is to believe in what he says, and the second is the third is to follow his commands, and the fourth is to stay away from what he
prohibited. Who's going to share? 4 أشياء يدلك على يعلمك نفسك.
the first one is to follow what he commanded, to believe in what he said, to restrict yourself from what he prohibited, and the last one is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the way he showed us to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
طيب brothers, this is very important. Wallahi, this is very important. You know, this is the first pillar of Islam. The first pillar of Islam. As you know, there is no one worthy of worship in truth alone, and you should, you know, ask yourself, what about the second part? You know, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah is a two-part, but because the importance of this two parts, it make it one rukn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it one rukn for us, one pillar for us. طاعته فيما أمر وتصديقه فيما أخبر واجتناب ما نهى عنه وزجر وأن لا تعبد الله إلا بما شرع وأن لا نعبد الله إلا بما شرع هو سبحانه وتعالى صلى الله عليه وسلم. يعني طاعة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم بكل ما أمر وتصديقه وإن كان جهلنا وإن لم يدخل في عقولنا نتهم عقولنا وليس النص. إذا سمعنا حديثا لم يوافق عقولنا فخلل في عقولنا ليس في الحديث لأنه وحي ولا ينطق عن الهوى فنتهم أنفسنا. فطاعته فيما أمر أي بكل ما أمر الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم أن نطيعه وتصديقه فيما أخبر بكل ما نطق به رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نصدقه واجتناب ما نهى عنه وزجر والابتعاد عن كل شيء نهى عنه صلى الله عليه وسلم. والأخير وأن لا تعبد الله إلا بما شرع. We're going back to the first pillar. You know, very important. I want you, all of you, to put it like a map for yourself, because you can't judge yourself. It's like a measurement for yourself. You can't tell yourself yourself. No one can judge you. Yourself, you can't judge yourself. You can't say, oh, yes, I am a follower of the Prophet ﷺ or not, because very clear. To obey what he commands, to believe what he said, to stay away from what he prohibited, and you do not worship Allah except the way he legislated. Any other ways is out, is not accepted. Doesn't matter if you worship day and night, if you not make it the way of the Prophet ﷺ, your worship is not accepted. كم شروط قبول العمل? What's the conditions of قبول العمل, your actions to be accepted?
Two.
How many conditions we have for your actions to be accepted by Allah? How many conditions?
Two.
Sincerely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and way for sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Two. More people. How many?
Two.
How many conditions we have our actions to be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? This is the rahmah min Allah azza wa jal. He make it very easy for us. Two conditions. What about if it was 20, 25, 30, 50 conditions? What are you going to do? It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. You know, if two, we broke it. What about if it was more? Wallah, we have two conditions. وإحنا نتخبط في يعني خراب. We have only two conditions. If you do it, if you have it, your actions will be accepted. Very, very, very simple. But top of this, majority they don't care. That's very, very sad, wallahi.
Could it be said that with intention, niyat with ikhlas, sincerity, would apply to the point that you're making?
Yes, it is ikhlas and mutaba'ah. What you're doing, you sincerely, you do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. يعني كل ما تفعله لوجه الله تبارك وتعالى. هذا هو الإخلاص. أي ما تفعله لوجه الله. لا تطمع فيه شيء من حظوظ الدنيا أبدا. لا من رياء ولا من سمعة ولا من شهرة ولا من طلب شهوة ولا من طلب طمع دنيوي ولا رئاسة ولا زعامة ولا غير ذلك. ما تفعله لوجه الله. والشرط الثاني أن يكون موافقا لما جاء به محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. والله إن لم يكن كذلك والله لو سجد لله من بعد العشاء إلى صلاة الفجر لم يقبل الله عز وجل. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala لا يريد كثرة العبادة من العباد يريد ليبلوكم أيكم أكثر عملا أحسن عملا صح؟
At least you guys are paying attention.
أحسن عملا Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not asking for أكثر عملا Allah asking you and command you to do إحسان في العمل to have إخلاص في العمل you have إخلاص what are you doing وجه الله عز وجل and second part متابعة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم في كل عمل تفعله to follow the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم in everything you do it it's just like the wings of the bird يعني مثل جناحين للطير so if one of the birds إذا كان الإنسان مخلصا لله عز وجل فيما يفعله فيما يقول ولكن لم يكن متابعا لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فجناح مكسور لا يستطيع طيران لا يستطيع أن يصل إلى الله عز وجل لا يقبله الله عز وجل وإن كان مخلصا لله لأن الله عز وجل هو الذي أمر أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول ولا تبطلوا أعماله لو جمع جميع الأدلة في اتباع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ولكن دخل الرياء في عبادته أراد الحظ من حظوظ الدنيا والله جناح مكسور لا يصل إلى الله ولا يقبله الله عز وجل وإن جمع القرآن والسنة في متابعة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لو لم يكن عمله خالصا لوجه الله عمله مردود إذن why we if you have all the proofs from the Quran and from the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم about ikhlas about sincerity and what you're doing is sincerely you do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you're not thinking about anything in this dunya you do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala but your actions you're not building upon the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam so you have a broken wings you cannot fly Allah will not accept it from you even if you're sincere for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you're not building upon the way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so your action is not going to be accepted and also other way if you have all the proofs from the Quran and Sunnah you following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam 100% but your sincerity is not pure your intention is not pure you do it for the people to say good about you you do it to make money you do it to become an imam you do it for for many reasons not purely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also you have a broken wing so you cannot fly your actions will not be accepted until you make it sincere for the sake of Allah and build it upon the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then your action will be accepted. Allah not looking for too much actions from you. Allah is looking from you pure action. Pure, which is you have a sincerity and you have a following of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in your actions. So this is the foundations, brothers. This is foundations, because Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu قال ربما يصلي رجل 40 سنة لم يقبل الله منه صلاة واحدة. He said maybe somebody prayed for 4 years. Allah will not accept one salah from him. 4 years he's praying. This has to be a reason.
This is من أمة محمد ولا من قبل الله؟
لا من أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم من أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أليس الرجل دخل على المسجد صلى وسلم على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ارجع فصلي فإنك لم تصلي فصلى مرة ثانية قال ارجع فصلي فإنك لم تصلي الثالثة قال صلي فإنك لم تصلي قال والذي بعثك بالحق لا أعلم أكثر من ذلك عني هذا هو لم تصلي لا the guy he entered the masjid he prayed and then he went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam he was watching him he said go back pray he didn't pray and then he did it second time and then he called him the same thing he did it third time he said go back pray he didn't pray he said I don't know more than that then he have him sit and teach him So this is the foundation for everyone. Foundation. We should, we should care. We should know. We follow everything, for the dunya. From the locking the door when you leave the house, checking the car, checking the gauge of the gas gauge and heater and so we're checking everything for our life. But we should check these foundations daily to be sure you building and you strong. Okay, I'm not going to take too long in this part. The second pillar. What's the second pillar of Islam? As-Salah. Salah. Do you know Salah? This is the only action. This is the only action. The scholars, they have a different between each other. If the person not pray, he's a kafir or he's a Muslim. They have no different. All Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad, they have no different that whoever not fast, he's a asi, he's not a kafir. And also whoever not giving zakah, he's a asi. غير الاستحلال. Whoever not making hajj, he's a asi. But they have a different. If the one who not pray, he's a Muslim or not. Why? Because أول ما يحاسب عليه العبد يوم القيامة الصلاة. Because the first thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge him for on the day of judgment will be prayer. The first thing Allah will judge him for the prayers. If he passed, then the rest of his actions will be good. He will be passed. And if he fell in the first thing, he's going to fail in the rest. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned that they asked the people who in the fire, they said, مَا سَلَكَكُمْ فِي سَقَرٍ. They didn't say we wasn't, they did not mention anything. The first thing they mentioned, they said, we wasn't among the people of Salah. Why you in the hellfire? Why you in Jahannam? Why you in Saqar? They said, because we wasn't amongst the people of prayers. This is very dangerous, right? And also, this is the only action the Prophet ﷺ specifically, he said, تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ. The Salah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ. Why we pray, or why we don't see any change in ourselves before the salah and after the salah? Don't answer me, but I'm going to ask this question. Keep the question for yourself. Did anyone, he come to the masjid, he see the difference after the salah? He's different than before the salah? Answer, keep it for yourself. Ask yourself, I'm coming to the masjid, or even if you pray home, Salah should make adjustment, for you. It should, squeeze your heart. If makes sense. Shake your heart to make it feel you connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But don't answer me, but ask yourself, did we enter the salah? After the salah, we feel different than before the salah? If we say no, this is the problem. And I think this answer will be, maybe I'm gonna answer this answer. Why? Because we still don't understand meaning of the salah. We still don't understand we're facing to the face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We still don't understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're facing to Allah, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's watching every movement. He's watching you. الذي يراك حين تقوم وتقلبك في الساجدين. He's watching you every movement in your salah. And then we just enter the salah, someone doing like this, someone doing like this, someone yelling, someone like actions, watching around, looking around, somebody look at this, roof, some, the ceiling, whatever, like we play, like we have an exercise. Do you know the khushu'? Some of the Salaf, they said khushu' أن لا تعلم من يصلي عن يمينك وعن شمالك. The khushu' in the salah, to don't know, the humbleness in the salah, to the point you don't know who is on your right and who is on your left. And we know, we're facing this way, and somebody coming from the back, we know who is coming from the back. Why? Because we don't have khushu', and then we just, I don't know. Sometimes I know, I'm facing this way, I know who opened the door in the salah. So this is meaning we still don't understand the meaning of the salah. لا نفقه الصلاة. لا يوجد عندنا فقه الصلاة. فقه الصلاة. Meaning we don't understand the meaning of salah. And salah also, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, Ramadan ila Ramadan, wal Jum'ah ila al-Jum'ah, والصلوات الخمس مكفرات لما بينهما إذا اجتنبت الكبائر. The salah, when you enter the salah, like you, كأنك تقول يا ربي أنا في مقابلتك، يا ربي هذه المرة أعفو عني واقبلني، أعاهدك في المقابلة الثانية سآتيك بأحسن هيئة وبأحسن ما تريد. وهكذا كل صلاة أنت تجدد هذا العهد. Do we have this feeling? In salah, when you enter the salah, as you like body language, you saying, "Oh Allah, accept my shortcoming in this meeting, in this salah, and I promise you for the next meeting, I'm going to be better than now." And each salah, you should enter the salah like this. And who have this feeling? And if this is the way we pray. And then when come to the knowledge, probably we know khanzir haram, we know riba haram, we know sab haram, we know selling haram, we know that. But when we come to the tatbiq, action, here's the problem. Always we have a walakin في الجمل. Always we have ولكن قال فلان، ولكن أنا في أمريكا، ولكن أنا كذا، ولكن we know a lot of stuff is not allowed, but we always have we put one word in our sentence. I know, but always we have that. But because I am such, because I know, but I'm doing this. But always we have to make excuses for ourselves. So, okay, I'm not gonna, please forgive me, brothers. Please forgive me, brothers. I don't want to be mean to you, but, we're very ignorant about these foundations. And then we all say we are Muslims. And, you're Muslim and you don't know to describe yourself. You are a doctor. Okay, how are you doctor? You describe yourself, describe your degree from your you got it. You say, I'm an engineer, you describe yourself, you describe your degree, you tell, I'm from, you're from which country? You're going to tell me which country, which city, you describe yourself. Okay, you are a Muslim. Okay, describe Islam for me. You look for excuses and making sounds, and you directly you don't have an answer. This is not good. This is not good, brothers. This is not good. Okay. The third pillar of Islam, zakah. Zakah, okay, what's the, who have to pay zakah? Who's gonna tell me?
The person who has more than the nisab for a whole complete year.
Who's gonna tell me who's gonna pay zakah? Zakah, which is you pay percentage and what you have. We don't have in English they translated obligatory charity. Charity in general, obligatory charity, which is zakah. Okay, who have to pay zakah?
The person who has more than nisab amount of the wealth.
So for example, back home, where I came from, my family, obviously my father paid because he's married my mother, we are so young, so he paid the zakah, how many whatever camels we have, and then the cows, and he take that, and then he paid the zakah based on that, and he gives the zakah to us.
Okay.
So then we don't have, since
The
we're
rich to
under
the
age, so we don't have to worry about that.
The rich to the poor.
The rich to the poor is a good answer, because the Prophet ﷺ, he said, تُؤْخَذُ مِنْ أَغْنِيَائِهِمْ وَتُرَدُّ إِلَى فُقَرَائِهِم. It's a good answer. But there is more.
Any able-bodied grown Muslim adult who has the economic ability has to pay.
Okay, more. I need more. نعم أبو إبراهيم.
I just got my hand like this.
لا أبو إبراهيم وراك الثاني مش بس أنا. بغيرك عند إبراهيم.
If you have any asset or any money that you keep for 1 year, then that money have to be. You have to have zakah for that money.
Yeah, you closer Abu Ibrahim. You know, we have another thing. We have Ahmed.
So من بلغ النصاب وحاله
Nisab. Okay, nisab. Nisab, you know, this is, you know, you reach the amount of zakah, and also you have it for 1 year. The amount, the nisab, like 80 grams of gold. So if, I don't know how much the price of gold, I don't know value right now, they're probably around $3,500. Okay, if you have this money for 1 year, 12 months, and you not touch it, if you not touch it, then you pay 2.5 of this money. If you have $5,000, for example, you not touch this money, you not use it, you not spend it, you're sitting in the bank or under your pillow, you're not using it. It stayed for 12 months. So after 12 months, you pay 2.5. And then we have, you know, also for animals, for seeds, for this kind of stuff, like, you know, every 40, and ghanam, every 40, good one. So there's, you know, but we talking about, we majority, we don't have this kind of stuff, animals, we don't have seeds. So we have, you know, we're dealing with money right now, okay? So whoever have the amount is 85 grams of gold, okay? And then 85 grams, how much money? Make how much money? $3,000 or up to $3,500 or more. So this amount, if you have it for the whole year, for 12 months, then you're not allowed to keep it without zakat. So you pay the zakat, which is 2.5. Sawm Ramadan. Guys, you know, you should tell me.
I think you might have answered this before, but if the money you have sitting is a loan, are you obligated to pay zakat?
No, this is different subject. You know, we don't want to go too far. You know, for the loan, different between the scholars, what type of loan. If you think, you know, that you will get it back, you think maybe he's not going to give it back. You know, there is a difference between the scholars for this. So I don't want to go this far. And then you have the fast of Ramadan, fasting of the month of Ramadan.
So if you reach the age of puberty in the month of Ramadan, they fast according to the legislation.
Okay, fast of the month of Ramadan, when is obligation upon you? When you reach the age of puberty. And then also if you're sick, it's not obligation upon you. If you're traveling, it's not obligation upon you. Okay, so, okay, also I'm not going to go too far. Also Hajj. What about Hajj?
If you're financially able to make Hajj once in your life.
Financially, body-wise, also health.
Mentally, physically.
And also papers.
Yeah.
If you have money, if you're healthy, but you have no passport, meaning it's not obligation. When you have complete ability to go to Hajj, and if you're not, so you are a sinner. So when you're completely able to go to Hajj, become obligation upon you. Become obligation upon you. If you have money, you have passport, but as a health-wise, you sick, you're not able to travel. So it's not obligation. If you're healthy, if you have a passport, you're able to leave, but you have no money for the Hajj, it's not obligation upon you.
ايش الحج؟
ايش الحج? You explain to me.
Isn't it just migrating to Medina, to
Mecca,
to
for Hajj?
Yeah, for Hajj. So it's making the
Tawaf?
Making tawaf, the migration from where you are to where.
Visiting the house of Allah.
The house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Visiting the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once in your lifetime.
Okay, who's going to explain?
So there's a certain time in the Makkah, there's some certain actions that we fulfill on these days, and it's not like going there on like Umrah. It's just.
Okay, who's gonna explain more? Guys, huh?
Isn't there a story behind it?
We're not asking the story. Hajj, what's Hajj?
Sheikh, isn't there two type of Hajj? I forgot what the name is, but there's two type of Hajj, right?
Hajj Faridah or Sunnah?
No. Like when you get there, there's one if you also do Umrah, I heard, and one of them without Umrah.
Tawaf, we're talking about Tawaf, we're talking about the Hajj itself.
Hajj is to go to Mecca and Medina to visit, and then also to do the Tawaf or.
Okay, there's a time, when is obligation upon you, this time to go to Hajj and the Hijjah. How become obligation upon you? We mentioned if you healthy, age of puberty, and you have money and you're able to travel to go to Hajj, so it will be obligation upon you to go in the Hijjah to go to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to Kaaba. And there's a way you're making, you're going around Black Stone. The way there's actions, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Khudhu minni manasikakum." So make Hajj, go, is a ibadah, is a worship. You going, you doing your actions, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam he teach us. So this is na'mah.
This is what I'm trying to say, because I know when I grew up, I always learned about these two, at-tamattu and the other one. I know, and I didn't understand that part.
Okay, don't take us too far. We have a new Muslims. We want to hear about the foundation. We want to hear about the foundation. Now.
So, I have a question. Forgive me for that. So, why should we care? Like, if we do it, what are we gonna get? If we don't do it, what's gonna happen? What is the difference?
Where's the difference? The brother asking what's the difference if we do it or not do it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قال في القرآن يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله وللرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم. هذا هو السبب. الله سبحانه وتعالى قال استجيبوا لنداء الله لأمر الله عز وجل ولأمر رسوله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم لما يحييكم الحياة الإيمانية الحياة الحقيقية مليئة بالإيمان. بعيد من الضلالات، بعيد من الضياع، بعيد من الخرافات، بعيد من التعاسة. حياة إيمانية نورانية يستشعر الإنسان بطعم الحياة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, what's the difference if we do it or not do it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He said, oh, who you believe, answer Allah's call and His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam if they call you to give you a real life in this life. To give you beautiful life, which is the life full of faith and tranquility. So when you have a belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're not going to be sad for anything bad happened to you. You're not going to go crazy happy if something good came to you. Because you know this is, either way, is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He may take it away from you and He may quickly change the difficulty from you. So when you have difficulty, you know this is a test. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He give you this test, maybe He raise you up quickly and remove this difficulty. And whatever you have good, this is a test also. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He went to how you deal with this good. So Allah, He may take it away from you. So the believer, if you have difficulty, he will say, Alhamdulillah, this is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have to be patient. And if you have something good, also you say, Alhamdulillah, this is the blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not from me. And then so either way, this is the beauty of the life. You're not gonna cry for nothing. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever He give to you, He did it with the wisdom. And whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stop it from you, He stop it for a wisdom. And either way is good for you. Because, whatever you have, if you have something make you uncomfortable, if you have some difficulty right now, anyone, if you have some difficulty and you wishing to change or you want to change, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala return the time for you to before, and then He show you whatever in front of you now you choose. Before this happened to you, if He returned the time back for you, and then tell you choose now. And then if you choose this is the benefit. If you choose this is the harm. If you choose this, so He tell you what's going to happen. So you're gonna choose what Allah give it to you. You understand, guys, what I say?
Yeah.
Make sense to you?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. If you have, for example, you have a wife, no baby. You have a wife for 3, 4, 5 years, no baby. And this is making you sad. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala return the time for you before marriage, and then tell you now you choose whatever you want, get married. Which woman you want to marry?
Same one.
So and then He tell you, but if you choose this one, there's a harm, there's a harm, there's a harm, there's a harm, there's a benefit, there's a benefit, there's a harm. You're gonna choose the same woman you have right now. Because you're not gonna choose better than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for yourself. Clear now?
Yes.
Make sense to you?
Yes.
If you have an illness, now you have an illness. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala return the time back before the illness, you're not sick yet. Now you got sick 2 months ago. If Allah returned the time for you, which is before the sickness, you are healthy. You was healthy before. So before the illness, now Allah tell you now, you choose. You want to be sick or not. So now you choose. But if you get sick, this is the benefit of the sickness. Maybe Jannah. And if you not get sick, maybe this is the harm. Going to be this and this and this and this and this. So you're gonna choose to be sick. Because you're not gonna choose better than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what He chooses for you. Many people, because of sicknesses, Allah keep them away from the evil. People, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may give them difficulty to be home save him from a lot of evil. He may get killed or steal or do evil stuff. But Allah give him something to, home, to be home. And then he give him cure after. And people doesn't know, we don't know, we not realize. There's a reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He give us the sicknesses. The difficulty, if we know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have for us, the difficulty much better for us than the easiness we have in this life. Because the difficulties always connect you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The easiness of the dunya always take you to follow your desire and work and make money and go travel and disconnect you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the difficulties connect you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Guys, how long will we talk?
48 minutes, 49 minutes.
50 minutes. 50 minutes.
Abu Ibrahim.
I have a question for you.
Further.
For Hajj, it says that لمن استطاع سبيلا. صح? What is the meaning of سبيلا? It doesn't say لمن استطاع فردا. It says لمن استطاع سبيلا.
ومن استطاع إليه سبيل هو الطريق. يعني من استطاع أن يذهب إلى الحج. أي من استطاع، من تمكن، من عنده قدرة الذهاب إلى الحج.
So سبيلا means that.
نعم، سبيل يعني طريق.
But it didn't say that لمن استطاع فردا. It didn't say that.
لمن استطاع إليه سبيلا.
So how is it فردا? What did he say? What he said was that I think I heard you say that if you don't do Hajj, it is
معصية.
بني الإسلام على خمس.
لا إذا كان if you able to go to Hajj, health wise and money wise and papers, you able to go, so then you're not going, so you left the wajib because the fard. Hajj is fard. It will become obligation upon you. It's fard.
His question is what made it fard?
He's asking what's the proof for that? Isn't it in the hadith where بني الإسلام على خمس?
أيوة هو نفس الحديث يعني.
He was mentioning the hadith of the ayah.
I'm talking about being first and then being
لا فرض when you able to do it. When you're not able, it's not فرض. When you able to do it, then it becomes فرض. Like nether ايش النذر؟ ايش النذر guys؟ Nether. Oath.
نعم.
Oath. What's oath?
So we swear something.
Nether.
We swear something. I'll do it. Promise.
Nether, no, it's not a promise. It's not a swear. Nether.
Sheikh, it's in it like when you say, let's just say you've been trying to have a son, and if you say, Allah, if I get a boy, I will kill 2 cows and give it to the poor people.
Okay, nether something wasn't obligation upon you. You make it obligation upon yourself. You make it obligation. Like for example, you say nether upon me to give $10 to the poor or to the masjid or whatever. So this $10 become fard upon you to give it. You make it fard upon yourself. Wasn't fard upon you. If you give it as a sadaqah, you can give it. But when you say it, then it's gonna be on you on the day of judgment. It becomes fard upon you to give it because you make an oath. This is the nether. This nether you mentioned, yes.
Abu Ibrahim قال it's a pledge. بالإنجليزي it's a pledge.
Pledge.
You say you promise. For example, in Ramadan, we say on 27 Ramadan, or say next year I'll pay 1,000 to the mosque. You're not swearing, but you're saying that I will do this. You promise.
Yeah, it's like a promise, but it's different than promise because we don't have a translation word to words. But anyway, the way Khana Umar he mentioned, this is makruh. This is prohibited. This kind of nether. This oath is. What you said?
I said like, for example, let's just say you've been having girls, and you say Allah, and your wife is pregnant.
Okay.
Allah, if she gets a boy, I will kill.
Okay, like somebody, his father is sick, or father, he have a son sick. He said, you know, if Allah gives shifa to my son, I'm going to slaughter a cow. Or if I'm graduate from school, I'm going to slaughter a cow or lamb. This oath is prohibited. This oath is prohibited. هذا النذر مكروه. هذا النذر مكروه. يقول إذا نجحت أنا أذبح لله كذا. إذا مثلا عاد من السفر بسلامة، إذا طلع نجح من الجامعة، إذا نجح من العملية سأذبح كذا أو أدفع كذا. هذا النذر مكروه. Why? This oath is makruh. It's disliked. Why? Because you're making a condition for Allah. You do this for me and I do this for you. So if you give cure to my dad, then I'm gonna do it. And how many people they not do it because it not happen? Happens, right?
Yes.
A lot of people they not, you know, his father under the anesthesia, and then he, you know, he said bye to the family. He died, and they make an oath. They not did it because he died, because there was a condition. You know, if you do this for me, I'm not gonna do this for you. If you make me to graduate, then I'm going to do it for you. If you don't make me to graduate, so this is not allowed to deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala this way. The oath, which is with nowhere, is from your heart. You want to get close to Allah, and you say, this is upon me $10 to give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without any condition. You know, if make me, if give me, if such and such and such. No. You just want to get to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the type of people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praise him in the Quran. يُوفُونَ بِالنَّذْرِ وَيَخَافُونَ يَوْمًا عَبُوسًا قَمْطَرِيرًا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he praised these people, which is they not break their promise. They follow and they apply their oath. When they make an oath, they apply it. And this is the type of people. Without any conditions, whatever you come to your mind, you want to get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, either money or slaughter animals, whatever, you give it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, I don't know why I moved to this.
Oh, you are explaining him about why the Hajj, why Hajj?
Yeah, the Hajj also. Hajj when you have no money is not obligation upon you. Even if you live 100 years. If you have money and you have no passport, you cannot travel, so it's not obligation upon you. It's Hajj become obligation upon you when you able, completely. Then it will be obligation, will be fard. Then if not, so it's not fard. So that's why it said, لمن استطاع إليه سبيل. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Still, we can continue, but we're gonna cut off the audio because it's more than